everybody, my name is Mrs. Smith. I'm from Barnett Elementary and I teach first grade. Today I wanted to tell you a little bit about reading like our characters, bringing life to your reading. And I wanted to show you some examples of how we can bring life to our reading. Today's reading lesson is about using voices like your characters would use. So I wanted to read a little bit out of Captain Underpants, and I'm going to read it two ways. The first way, I'm going to show you an example of how I'm reading monotone, I'm not adding life to my characters. And then my second time that I read it, I'm going to show you how we would add voices and I would add feeling to my reading and how much difference it makes, okay? As far as you as a listener, you as a reader, and it can also help you remember better about what happened first, what happened next, what happened last in the story. And so bringing your characters to life is super important, okay? So let me show you. I'm going to read it this time with no feeling at all. So let's watch. Okay, it says, "And when we snap our fingers," George continued, "you will change our grades back to normal." "Yeah," said Harold, "and you won't do anything crazy like turn into Wedgie Woman. And you won't try to destroy Captain Underpants," said George, "or take over the world either." "Right," said Harold, "you'll just change our grades, and that's it." Okay, now, I was bored, and I was the one reading it, okay? I wasn't really paying attention. It's just too monotone. I couldn't get into the story. But on Captain Underpants, what they're talking about here is that this lady transforms, this teacher transforms into this, bad guy. And so what we're going to see is, knowing what the story's about, I'm going to add some feeling into my reading, and we'll see if we can't make it more interesting for our listener, that's you, and for myself as a reader. Here we go. "And when we snap our fingers," George continued, "you will change our grades back to normal." "Yeah," said Harold, "and you won't do anything crazy like turn into Wedgie Woman." Now, see, they wrote it a little different, so we knew that when they change up the writing, we need to change our voices a little bit. "And you won't try to destroy Captain Underpants," said George, "or take over the world either." "Right," said Harold, "you'll just change our grades and that's it." Now, in this sentence, there were some exclamation marks. There was some different things that showed me that I needed to add some feeling when I read those. Also, when I read it that time, I could kind of get a gist of what was going on in the story. I knew that there was some action happening, and I needed to change my voice so that I can show my readers and listeners that I needed to change up my voice so that I could show the feeling and the action in the story. So what I want you to do when you read is I want you to think about, how can I change my voice to show what this character might sound like? If it's a snake in the story, could you slither your voice and make it kind of, sneaky and a lot of noise in it? Or if it's a bear, does it need to be real loud and grumbly? So you change your voice depending on what's happening in the book, okay? And then it makes it so much more exciting for yourself as a reader and for your listener. So I want you to work on that today, and happy Friday. And I hope you have a really good day, and we miss you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.